Hello, and welcome back to Invitation to Puzzles, where today we have a Blobz puzzle. I promised to do a little mini series of Blobz puzzles, so here is another little mini Blobz puzzle. So here we have a Renban killer puzzle. The cages, the important thing about them is the digits cannot repeat in cages. And I say that's the important thing because most of the cages don't have totals. But for example, all of these digits are different, is what we are saying. And where the total is given, it's the total of the digits. So this cage sums to 9, this one sums to 17. We also have these Renban lines, and the Renban lines also can't have repeated digits, but also need to be consecutive digits sort of jumbled up possibly. So for example, I could make this a 5, 6, 4, 2, 3. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a bespoke order. So that's an acceptable way to fill a Renban. All right, there's a link in the description if you want to try the puzzle, and I am going to go ahead and give it a go. And so I'm going to start with this 9 cage that is also a 3-cell Renban. So we need 3 consecutive numbers that are going to sum to 9. 1, 2, 3 doesn't work. 2, 3, 4 does work, and 3, 4, 5 or anything bigger is not going to work. So this is definitely a 2, 3, 4. That does create some interesting tension about where 1 is going to go. I do also see this is a 9-cell cage. So I can sort of break this. I'll make this yellow. So this is either, and this is not too uncommon that you'll see this kind of phrasing show up. This is either 1, 2, 3, 4, or it's 6, 7, 8, 9. In order to make it so that the other 5 digits also work. And there's definitely a 5 in here because when I split the numbers into quote-unquote half as 4 and 5, I better put the 5 in the side with the 5. Okay, so these 3 yellow digits, if I look at where they go in box 5, they don't go there. So these 3 yellow digits are these 3 yellow digits. And this specific yellow digit needs to go in this box somewhere, and it's there. Okay, and so that's going to tell me which is low and which is high, because of the fact, and this is very cute, this digit, and by the way, the reason why I suspected I had to do this kind of coloring and placing digit shenanigans is because there are only 2 cages with totals. And so I assumed in order to get through the break-in, I was going to need to actually connect back up to this other cage with a total. And so I was sort of trying to snake my way through there, and we seem to have done that. Because now either yellow is low or high. If yellow is low, this digit is a 1, because 2, 3, and 4 are already in the box. But that would put a 1 here, which would make this a 1, 2, 3 Renban, which would make that digit an 11, which has some problems with it. So in fact, yellow is high. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. These are low. In fact, I'm just going to make yellow into orange and purple into blue, and I'll throw a splash of green in there just to stand in for the 5. These are all blue. Okay, these numbers definitely are not 1. I can see now. I probably could have seen that before if I really had thought about it. Okay, actually, let me do a little bit more. This isn't a 9, because 9, 8, and 7 is 24. And that's more than 17. It's not an 8 either, because 8, 7, and 6 is 21, which would be the smallest it could be. 7, 6, 5, if that's what this is 18. That's not going to work either. So in fact, this is a 6, which makes that a 6. With a 5, 4, and a 2 to make that add to 17. Okay, so that digit is blue. Haha. Okay, these are not 6. Okay, one of those is a 2. These are both 5 or blue. We know there's a 5 and a 4 in here. Okay, we can unred circle this because I no longer need to keep track of the 6. There's no 6 on here. That's the key. These cells entirely see a 6. And so if there's no 6, there's no 7, 8, or 9 either, because this is a length 4 Renban. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 2 on this side. There's definitely a 2 on this side. And also, these aren't 4 or 5, because that's a 4-5 pair. So these are just low. Regardless. These are from 1, 3, 4, 5. I don't know which one it is. I definitely know there's a 3 and a 4 in here, but what are you going to do? This number is always high because it's consecutive with a 7, 8, 9. I don't know that that's going to be really super useful, but... Oh, it's going to be a little bit useful, actually. Because it tells me that in this box, I can't put a 9 in here. Because if I put a 9 in here, it would make this Renban a 6, 7, 8, 9 Renban, which would make this cell have no value. And so wherever the 9 is in this box, it's not here, so it's in one of these 2 cells. And so this cell is never 9, which means that one of these 2 cells is always 9. Okay, we'll pretend that that is useful. I can definitely pretend that. I do someday have to put a 1 in this box, and I can't put it here because it would give me way too many numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or sorry, just from 1, 2, 3, 4 even. So one of these 2 is a 1. These, in fact, actually, because it can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4, these are 5, 7, 8, or 9 are the only numbers that are available. I should probably mark. And so... this number can be high, or it can be a 6. Or I guess it could be low if it's a... No. This Renban needs a 6. Always. That's very cute. Okay, I really like that. This Renban, because it's got a 5, 7, 8, and 9, it's got 3 of those on it. If the 3 are 7, 8, and 9... then it needs a 6, because that's the only digit that goes with 7, 8, and 9. If those 3 aren't 7, 8, 9, then it has a 5 on it, and a number that's higher than 6. And so it needs a 6 to bridge them. So this is always a 6. Okay, so there's always a 7, 8 in here I can mark if I would like, regardless. And so then it's just a question of whether we do 6, 7, 8, 9 or 5, 6, 7, 8. So now this Renban, if I look at what digits it can have on it, it's got to be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the only options available because remember, this whole cage, sorry, I should specify, this whole cage, well, now the 6, the 7, and the 8 are gone. So this Renban can't have a 6, 7, or 8. And so therefore it goes there. And so I'm going to always need a 2, 3, and 4 on this Renban. And remember, this digit is not 2, 3, or 4. So where did the 2, 3, and 4 go? They go here, which actually makes these a 2, 3, 4 triple. And that 2, 3, 4 triple looks at that cell, making it a 5. Making this go back to being a 4. That's not a 5 anymore, so it's not green. I can accept that. This isn't a 5 anymore, so it's orange. Okay. So yeah, this can be a 1 or a 5, and either way, the world is probably fine. Okay. This little Renban does not have a 2 or a 4 on it anywhere. because these two cells see 2 and 4 in the row, and this one sees 2, 3, and 4 in the box. And so if I can't use a 2 or a 4, that means I can't use any numbers smaller than 4, because I'm going to need a 2 or a 4 to make it smaller. So these are only from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this one is just by Sudokulology, not 5 or 6. So that, and this one's not 6. I guess technically that means this one's not 5 if I really want to mark that, because if this was 5, I would need the Renban to have a 6 to connect it to this, and I can't have it. Yes, I really did that just so that I could color this cell orange, and not for any particularly good or logical reason. Let's see. This is a 2, 3, 4 triple. That's a 2, 3, 4 triple. Ah, I see. Here's a more important thing. Where do 2, 3, and 4 go in column 7? Given that they're not there and they're not there. Well, they have to go here, which means that these are, in fact, a 2, 3 pair, which means there's no 3 over here. And there is definitely a 4 over here, together with a 1 or a 5. I don't know which one yet. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. I can actually ask myself what this is going to be. This Renban over here in this box of the 789. It probably would have been a smart thing for me to ask a long time ago, but, well, that's the past. We can't rewrite the past. We can only rewrite the future. This is either 1 through 5, in which case this digit's a 6, or it's 2 through 6, in which case this digit's a 1. So this digit's always a 1 or a 6, just as the sort of left out piece of whatever this string of 5 numbers that don't have a 7, 8, 9 in them is. It's funny, these 3 digits are these 3 digits, but I don't think that's useful. I do see that 1 in box 2 is getting a little restricted because it can't go in here either. In fact, actually, this box now doesn't have a 4 in it. And so that means this 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all locked out of this Renban because the 4 is over here. And so if I can't put a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in here, that means these are the 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are my blue digits. There's no 5 over there. So those are 1, 4. That means one of these is the 5, so these aren't. Just for the column, I mean. One of those is the 5. This isn't the 9, because 9 happens to not be a high digit. Sorry, 9 happens to not be a low digit. This is the 3. That's the 9 down here. That seems to be an 8 and a 7. Let's see, no 9s over there, no 8 there. So one of these two... it's probably an 8. Oh, no, it could be 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I don't need an 8. Okay, so this is a collection of digits. It is 8, 7, 6, 5 is what we have going on over here. Let's see, that could be 9 with an 8, 7. Don't immediately see a problem with that. Yeah, I know stuff like one of those is a 7. It is a little interesting to note that one of these cells is a 1. So somewhere in this column, there's a 1, 2, 3. I don't know what to do with it, but it seems worth remarking upon, so I have remarked upon it. Okay, so these are 3, 5, I guess I can fill in just by the column. These are 3, 5, which makes these 1, 2, and 4 for whatever that is worth. Can't imagine it's a whole lot. I might be able to actually say something about this. Oh yeah, this Renban I can say exactly what it is. Not just something. In fact, actually, it was available earlier. There's 6s that look at all of this rectangle, and so this Renban here doesn't have a 6 on it, so it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. which means that digit is high. I don't know what it is, but I know it's high. That is telling me that the 8 in this row is here always, which makes that not an 8. Means one of these two cells is an 8, regardless of how this is done, which means that's not an 8. So now we get to do an odd-even trick because these two are odd, and so they're not next to each other. So this has to be an even to bridge the gap. So it's a 6 or an 8. One of these two is definitely a 7. I don't think that's going to be immediately mind-blowingly useful, but what can you do? I do know one of these is a 2-3 to go with that 1. That also doesn't look immediately useful. I really like this puzzle, though. This puzzle is very fun. Where's the 1 in this box? Well, I don't know, but I know it's in this row. And so if I know it's in this row, then I know it's not in one of those two cells, which makes actually that the 1 in this box, and that 2-4 looks backwards and makes that the 3, which then makes that the 5 and the 3 over here. So we can uncolor that and color that appropriately. These are from 179, I guess, is the story. Oh, right. And that actually told me what this was. This was a 6. Which then comes up and does that. This is a lovely flowing puzzle. I'm always a sucker for Renban. Frequent viewers of the channel will know. This 3 and this 2-4, if I look at this line, need to be on it, and so they're here. So these are 2, 3, 4. They're not 5 or 1. Let's see. There is a 6 down here on this Renban, if we look at it, just by Sudoku. I'm not repeating the 6 along the Renban, so one of these is a 6. And what that does, believe it or not, is to place 1 in this box, because I can't put 1 on a Renban with a 6, and that statement in and of itself tells me the 1 has to go there. So this digit is not a 1. Okay, so that makes this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of thing. None of those are a 3. These aren't a 1. In fact, these are 2, 3, 4 because it's that 3 and that 2, 4. It's the same argument we made going across, but now going down. So that 3 and that 2, 4 go here and here. So these are just low. These are low or 5 of a sort to be determined later. Now, where's the last 7, 8, 9 in this row? It has to be there, right? Because there's nowhere else that can be the third 7, 8, 9. I actually saw that as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quintuple, if you're curious how I saw it. But whichever way you want to think about it is fine. So that's a 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we know we've got an 8 vertically there. Yeah, I guess we know. This is really cute, actually. I don't think I've ever thought about this. These two Renbans each have a 6, but no other digits in common. So that means that one of them goes up from 6 to 7, 8, and the other one goes down from 6 to 5, 4. And of course, one of them is a 6, and it's not one of these two. Which actually makes these digits known exactly. I guess the other way to say this, actually, no, it's better than that, because that means these are a 4, 5, a 7, 8, and a 6. So that means these digits aren't 4. And this digit's not a 7 or 8, it's a 9. Okay, that 2, 3 pair plucks 2 out of these cells. Makes that 1, 4, 5 looking over there, gives me a 2 and a 4 over there, which that 2 now looking over there gives me that. Also, the 2, 3 pair looks at that cell, making that a 4. Making that a 2 and a 4, and that a 3. It's not a 2. That's not a 2. So that is a 2, actually. It's not green anymore. And so now we've got a 4 and a 3 over here. We know that order. So no 4 down there. One of these is a 4. And whichever of them is a 4, the 5 doesn't go in the row with it. Because remember, the 5 goes with the 4 on the Renban with the 6. So these are not 5. So in fact, the 5 is down here, which I thought was going to do something, but it's not going to do anything. Because knowing the 5 is down here just as one of these is a 5, which is I already knew. Okay. Beautiful. Remember how a long time ago I said I knew one of these is 1, 2, 3, and then at some point we got a 1 here that told me this was not 1, 2, 3. Well, now this one's not 1, 2, 3 either, because if this one was 1, 2, 3, that cell would be nothing. So this one is the one that's 1, 2, 3, which actually makes that a 1 there with a 2, 3 in the column. But I don't think I know what order it goes in yet. That is a 4, 5. Okay, one of these is a 2, 3 now, just for the row. It's not a 2. Yeah, where is 2 going in this row now? I can't put 2 in either of these cells, because wherever I put the 2, I also need a 3 on this Renban, and it would blow up either of these cells. So in fact, that's the 2. And now one of these is a 3. I don't know which one. But whichever one is a 3, it goes with a now 4, 5 above it, and I do know which one. Because the 3... Yeah. The 3 here, again, is going to make that a 2. So I'm going to have to go 3, 4, 5 in one of these columns. I can't go 3, 4, 5 in this column, because if I do, it blows up that cell. So I have to go 3, 4, 5 in this column. And if I look down at this, I now know where the 1 goes because of the 3, 4, 5. That is now my 5 and my 4. 2, 3, 1, 4, 7, 9, 8. Let's see, that is a 6 of some description. That is not a 3, but I know what it is. If I look at the row, it's a 7. Just to finish off the row. So this is an 8 or a 5, and it's not a 5, so it better be an 8, or something has gone wrong. Okay, that lets me chase this stuff over to here. That 6, 7, 8 actually sorted out how all of this resolved, because remember, one of these was 5, 4. It's now this one. So now we know that is an 8 and a 7. Yeah, we can go ahead and color these appropriately. 4 and the 5. Let's see, this is not 7 or 8. So we do need a 7 on this Renban, so it's there. Okay, this now is not a 5, so it's a 1, which makes this a 5. So it's green, which now makes this a 1. That was left ambiguous for a really long time there, so that's a 1. That is a 7 to finish off the box. Okay, now by Sudoku, this is the 5. And so that is the 9. Oops, 8, 9. This is now the 8 to finish off the row. Oops, 6, 7. Sorry, parents. Let's see. Okay, so now we're almost done. These are 5, 6. Okay, so that's the 6 and the 5. These are a 1 and an orang. Let's see. These are all high, I see by the row. So these are 6, 8, and 9. That one is only a 9. 6 and 8. So that lets me, oh, I could have oranged both of these before, but now I can even fill in the digits in addition to coloring them. So I can do both the important part and the unimportant part. Okay, so that is blue. These are both orange. Let's see. That one is 2, a 7, and a 9. Beautiful, beautiful puzzle there to Blobz. So I hope you enjoyed that. Nice and smooth all the way through. Quite a treat. I really enjoyed that. I hope you learned something about the wonderful joys of Renban, which are my favorite children, I must say. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.